Well, this week we begin our series on changing your life, and we start with help for all parents out there. And there's a constant struggle of how to spend more time with your kids. It's difficult to balance it all: school, your job, sports, and extracurricular activities. Finding that family time is often hard to do. And this morning we have help. Joining us again is child psychologist Dr. Heather Wittenberg, and Dr. Heather is a licensed psychologist with the specialty in the development of babies, toddlers, and preschoolers, and of course parents. And she's also a mom to 4 young children. And welcome. Thanks for coming back this morning.
Good morning.
Now, we do want to get into the tips on how to have more fun with parenting, but let's answer at least one viewer question. And we've got one from Matthew, and he was asking us to ask you, how can you tell if my child has ADHD or is maybe just an active kid?
Right. This is a great question. So some kids are born mellow. Some kids are born active, sort of in the middle, and some kids are born really active. Okay, they're born that way. And of those really active kids, maybe only this much are going to be eventually diagnosed as ADD. So there's a huge normal variation there. The thing is, we don't start diagnosing ADD until they're 6 or 7 at the earliest. And what we'll be looking at is, does the hyperactivity and inattention interfere with the child's development, their learning, their social skills, things like that. And you want a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist or social worker who's expert in evaluating young children to take a look at your child. Don't just look, have your neighbor or your child's teacher make that sort of diagnosis. So that's important. But if you are one of the lucky parents, like I am, who've got active kids, there are some ways you can manage that activity level. So it's really important to have them be running around outside for a minimum, they say, of 60 to 90 minutes per day.
Okay.
So that's a lot
That's
of running.
That's a lot of time.
It is, but it helps. Watch the junk food, right? So the diet is important, as well as sleep. So sleep deprivation can really masquerade as ADHD. So make sure your child's getting enough sleep, and see if there might be some sleep apnea. Ask your pediatrician, because that can sometimes cause the sleep deprivation and the hyperactivity.
Great tips. Okay, hopefully that helped you, Matthew, there. Now, okay, let's have some help with how to have more fun with parenting. And you say there's some easy ways to do that, right?
I think a lot of parents are like you and me, Jill. We're busy, running around, work and family and lessons and here and there in school, and so we're sort of frantic. And then on top of it, we get a lot of pressure from the media, and we feel like we have to be perfect, and we feel guilty. And did we make the right decision? And is everything okay for our kid? And so this stress and anxiety and frantic that's not good for anybody. That's not good for the kids. That's not good for us. My oldest is 10, and my second oldest is turning 9 on Wednesday. They're already halfway out the door, and this journey of parenting is just flying by. And so for us to really get down and enjoy the time that we have with them. So my tips are to criticize less and praise more, because praise works. Okay, a lot better than criticism. I know the criticism is tempting, but the praise is what really works. But that doesn't mean that we need to let the kids go hog wild to enjoy them more, right? They need to have firm limits. They need to have clear expectations. A better behaved kid is a lot more fun to be with, right?
Right.
So then we also have to sort of step away from the computer, step away from our phones, turn off the technology, and be present with our kids. And remember to just be there with them and enjoy them. Remember the fun stuff that's going on right in front of our faces. And then, of course, to really remember that it's important to enjoy and have fun with them every day. So just kind of set things aside. We're going to have fun. Now is our time to have fun.
And make time for that.
Make it happen.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Heather. Those are great tips, and I'm sure every parent can use that information. And for more information, you can always check our website, KITV.com, or the morning section of our website, KITV.com/thismorning. We also have babyshrink.com if you have questions you want to ask Dr. Heather directly, her website. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back.